all the videos off while going live is because when you watch them back, it's easier to watch each episode piece by piece. So if you keep getting disconnected if you're watching, I apologize, but it's better than just like cramming everything into 1 hour and you having to shift through it. So I try to keep them in like half-hour increments. Anyways, what Waka said here was, try out the new sword of my dead brother is not his literal translation. I'm just being silly now. Let's do this. I'll point out parts of the story.
Not too shabby. You kept up with him pretty well. Might make a good guardian someday.
So keep in mind, Waka is suffering from
my kind of customer.
Delusional beliefs that Titus is actually his dead brother, reincarnated, and that everyone who is killed by sin is just taken somewhere else. Keep that in mind, and not actually killed. And he thinks the reason why Titus has lost his memory and nobody knows him is because he is the reincarnation of his dead brother.
That looks like trouble.
Ha! Watch this!
Another fun fact is that Waka is a believer in Yu Yevon and all the teachings, so why would he then forgive Titus so easily for breaking the teachings? Because he's not thinking straight because of his dead brother whom he thinks Titus is. Keep that in mind.
Told ya, only magic can beat that thing. If you can't beat them down, you gotta use magic of an element they don't like.
Magic? Element?
Let's have our black mage show you what I mean. Lou, you're up.
Clueless, aren't you? Good thing I'm here.
What she actually said was too tragic to repeat. Magic of beings have properties called elements. 4 elements: fire, ice, lightning, and water. Fire and ice oppose each other like
Spells
lightning
of
and
ice
water.
work well against fire fiends, and ice fiends are weak against fire magic. You follow?
I get fire and ice, but what about lightning and water?
Lightning and water are opposed, just like fire and ice. This one here is a water fiend, which means...
Thunder, thunder, thunder caps, go! Sorry, no, I'm just kidding, but thunder. Lulu is actually very verbally abusive, because she too is suffering from stress disorder of her dead husband or fiance, whom is Shapu, Waka's brother. So what she was saying there, she's very hostile towards Titus constantly, and keeps reminding him that he is nothing but an idea and just a copy and will never be Chapu. Everybody in the show is suffering from something. I mean, trauma alert.
Take your time.
Yuna only liked Titus because he's the first person her age that she has seen. They're both like 15, 16.
Let's get going, man.
We're gonna wait.
Huh?
Are you ready?
Keep in mind that Yuna was born to die. She's the sacrifice. Everybody knows what the summoner must
What's
do.
going on?
Everybody except Tedious. Because he's from another time where there was no summoners.
It's an ancient custom. People leaving the island pray here for a safe trip. Chapu didn't pray that day. Said he'd miss his boat.
Praying doesn't really give you an extra effect in the game, but it's the right thing to do, so I do it nonetheless.
That should do it.
I really didn't like the way they dealt with religion in this game because I'm a spiritual person, but I believe that it had a point that they were trying to establish that a lot of people believe blindly, and it holds a point. Towards the end of the game, we realized that Yu Yevon was lying to the people for centuries about the truth of what was really going on, that Makana is not the reason why Sin is alive, and also that Sin will never be completely killed because he always comes back. They believe that if people knew the truth, they'd stop giving sacrifices to it, and that he'd get angry and kill everything. Something's written here. Kilika Ot Bikanel. Kilika and Bikanel. Something, something. I don't know why they did this thing. I guess just to put Kimahri as a very violent beast. That's not true, because he can actually talk fluently. I feel like they just want to have something happen that was all dramatic. I'm like, why? Kimahri is actually not violent. He didn't punch Biran or Yuki. So I just don't understand why they did this. But actually, what's happening here is because Kimahri is testing Tidus's strength. He was never intending to hurt him. Just wanted to see if he was worthy of being at Yuna's side. Kimahri has been protecting Yuna since she was young. And he can't actually kill you. The battle ends when you're about to die, so...
That's enough!
Kimahri then decided that since Wakka had to run to his rescue, that Tidus was weak.
What's with that guy?
Kimahri Ronso, of the Ronso tribe. He's learned the Fiend's way of fighting.
That's not what I meant.
He's another of Yuna's guardians.
Huh?
Sometimes we don't understand him either. Kimahri doesn't talk much anyway.
The sad thing was that Yuna was the one who told him to do that.
He has protected me since I was a child.
So you want to see if you fought like Jet? What they also left out was that Yuna knows that Tidus is Jet's son because he wears the same crest on his ears and his clothes. It's their family crest, so she knows that Tidus is Jet's son, which is why she believed Tidus about being from Xanarkand.
That's your
It
department,
wasn't
right?
just blind belief.
True, but, why don't we let our summoner show us what she's made of?
She knows that he's Jet's son.
Your first real battle. Let's see some style.
Show us what your training has taught you, Yuna.
Okay.
Jet used to tell Yuna when she was little about Tidus and Xanarkand, which is why she knows for sure when she saw that crest who he was. Valia for all of Valia. Will you help us? I wonder if she's gonna say it. Nope. Sometimes when you summon Valfor, she asks him that. I don't know why, but she does. As if he could say no when it took Destiny to fight at the summoner's side. This creature's weak against thunder, so... There is no real way to... You know... Basically all you can do is just attack and use magic. You can try and build the, you can also defend. Shield. Attacks do lesser damage. And you can boost. Attacks will fill your gauge a little quicker. See? And now what you want to do again, if you defend, let's get an extra turn with Sonic Waves. That should reach me all the way to the top. Don't kill it, Velia 4. And I killed it. Oh well. So cute. I'll let my Spirit Grid build to at least 20 before I move. Because, see characters level up with you like every other Final Fantasy game. This time, Wappa used Dark.
Another one of those. No problem. Leave this one to me, huh? Say goodnight, birdie.
Oh, skill. Duck attack. Cast Dark on one enemy. Black magic fire. You want to make sure all your characters take at least one turn or else they won't get any skill points. Such is how it goes. So let's have Yuna defend.
Yeah.
Thunder. Yuna, thanks for your service. Oh, yeah. Still has Dark on him for 5 turns. That's turn 2. 3 left. Should be able to kill it by then. Lulu use all her magic. Turn 4. Darkness is off, so I gotta use it again. I only can use it twice. There we go. So we got a power ball, and I don't know if we will. Yuna, so the longsword, the Brotherhood has strength +5, armor, bright shield, dark ward is better than nothing. Metal arm guard, defense +5, power ball, strength +3, rod of wisdom. There we go. Let's do that, and then we also have our abilities which we're saving. Overdrive for Lulu. I think you can set the modes to when a character is attacked. We have to unlock them first. Aeon's Valiant. I honestly say that I never did any of this when I first played. I just never could. This again is not 100% walkthrough. So don't expect it. One for each of us. I just love when they give us these. Yep. All that birdie. And you could do that, but then Yuna wouldn't get a turn. And I like all my characters to get SP or whatever it's called. Ability points, AP. She always has a scoring on her face. Let me make sure, yeah. Making sure there ain't no primers hidden away anywhere. This will be the perfect spot to hide one, but I don't see them. They're just books. Made that mistake. Yes. Everybody will give you something. Lady Yuna, don't forget me, okay? I'll be good while you're gone, I promise. Here, take this. Daddy says it's an offering. Remedy. Well, I miss Lady Yuna while she's gone, so come back soon. Where you going on that big boat? I don't remember if it's a treasure chest. Nope. I got it already. Oh no, it's over here. Nope. I knew this time would come someday. I knew. Please watch over Lady Yuna. Here, have this. You may use it for her. Oh, there's so many things I wanted to tell her, but seeing her there smiling, just can't say them. Hey you, Sea's crawling with fiends, so get us to Yuna, okay? May Yevon's blessing be with our summoner on her pilgrimage. Here, a gift from the temple to sanctify her departure. Sippo's ring. That's for Yuna. Yuna wears the ring. He's really leaving. Here, a farewell gift from all the village. I won't cry, I won't, yeah? I won't. I remember there was a primer on one of these docks. Is there a way to see the map? Nope. I know it's a primer somewhere. If you miss it, you can get it later. Well, I guess I missed it. When you get the airship, you can always go back. Lady Yuna, don't forget me, Kay. Where are you going on that big boat? Let's go. It's real sad. The older people know what happens to her, so they all know what it means to be a summoner. Kinda sucks.
Goodbye.
So just keep in mind that the summoner has to die and that... Oh, I'm not gonna keep repeating myself. You get it. What if Tidus really was Chapu, born into this world by sin from Wakka's wish that his brother would return? What if? That would be so weird. And that's why he had to disappear, because all the dreams of sin disappear. That includes Tidus. Alright, let's walk around and mingle.
Come to think of it, I haven't told you where we're going. First to Kilika Island. Then we change boats and head for Luca. For that though, Yuna's gotta pray at the temple. I'll be guarding. We'll be praying for the Aurochs' victory too, so you come along, yeah?
Great plan.
Hey, it is a great plan.
Don't look at me.
What Tidus said there was actually, I want nothing to do with it, because what Lulu said was, is this some type of joke? Why should he come? I'm just gonna leave it at that. You can use your imaginations. He looks like her fiance.
We'll be praying for the Aurochs' victory too, so you come along, yeah?
I don't know who you are or where you came from.
What she said was, I don't want you in my face, now go the away. Go the heck away.
Word is, that summoner's got noble blood.
I heard she's Lord Braska's daughter.
You don't say!
Lord Braska's daughter?
They don't want nothing to do with Titus and his ignorance. I wish I were half as pretty as Yuna. Hey, don't let it get to you. Summoner's confident smiles always an encouragement to us. Good to know that Yuna's gonna take Sin away. Anyone can defeat Sin, the daughter of Lord Braska can. Please take good care of yourself. Just remember that your well-being means a lot. Man, I can't believe Yuna's here. Don't let it get to you. She's...
So, is Yuna's father famous or something?
She's the daughter of High Summoner Braska. You saw his statue at the temple. Lord Braska defeated Sin 10 years ago. Yuna's the heir to a great legacy.
It's tough when your father's famous.
Huh?
Wakka's a bit lacking in the imagination department.
Huh?
Thanks, Lulu. I'll keep that in mind.
A bit lacking in the imagination department. Give me 1 minute. Ah, victory will be ours. Victory, victory! We're taking home the cup. Yeah. Ha! Up. I'm so tired of practical practice. I just want to do some shooting too. Should I practice kick passes too? Yeah. Okay. I'll pretend I'm kicking with my hands. Gotta sharpen my hand skills. That alone should tell you how greatly they altered the English dub. Because why would he say I'm gonna practice with my hands? You were never offered the option to tell him to kick. So, if you said yeah, they wouldn't be able to make him kick, so they made him say something stupid like that.
Lord Braska's daughter? She just might have a chance.
We'll get her to Kilika, we will.
She does have a name, you know. Yuna.
Lady Yuna.
Well then, we pray for Lady Yuna's safe passage. We'll get her to Kilika, we will.
You don't say!
Oh yeah, you talked to Yuna yet? She had some questions for you.
Let me look around the ship first. Ocean weather can be fickle, but I doubt we'll see any storms today. Of course, there is one thing worse than any storm, and it cannot be foretold. Guessing that's Sin. So you're with Lady Yuna? That means you're a guardian. Guess I shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Maybe I'll go have a chat with Lady Yuna too. The cargo that Crusaders loaded on board worries me. Better not be anything scandalous. So the Crusaders have bad cargo here.
I don't know who you are or where you came.
The Crusaders have bad cargo here, which is a Sin spawn, and if you know anything about Sin spawn, they draw Sin. So that should tell you why Sin found us. Huh? You want to use the binoculars? Sure. No way, remember what you did last time? So it can tell you how broken the dub is, because they're not really giving you the option to. Hey, can you believe this? What? I just saw this merchant guy inside the ship, and guess what he said to me? He walked up to me and said, "You're no good." Just like that. Isn't that awful? I still got style. I'll show him. Don't you think so too? Yeah. That's right. I knew I was right. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Makes me so mad. I'm not going inside anymore. So what Owaka said was inappropriate to even translate. Told you this game was not for you.
Ooh, them's fascinating clothes you're wearing. Yeah! Filthy, filthy. These won't sell.
He asked him to be a model.
Don't look like you got much money, either. I've no business with you. Out of me way.
Who do you think you are?
Owaka the 23rd, merchant extraordinaire.
Owaka the who?
Don't know me? Well, not many do. Not yet.
I'm not at liberty to talk about our plan.
Restricted area. Our operation depends on this cargo.
And it's a Sin spawn, which draws Sin, so that's why Sin attacked this ship.
If people think you're with us, you'll be excommunicated too. Some things you're better off not knowing. Take it from me.
So basically, people hate the Crusaders because they're working with the Al Bhed.
Why don't you go topside? The fresh sea breeze might help restore your memory.
I just find it so fascinating how well thought through this game was. I might try to find the original, but I doubt it's translated with subtitles. Potions. You're supposed to get potions from it, but it's not giving any. Strange. He seems real sick, y'all. I'm hiding over here because I'm gonna get sick too if I keep watching him. Obtain the remedy. Ugh, gotten seasick. Think I'm gonna hurl. I don't know why it's not giving me potions. I think I have to talk to Owaka
But
first.
someday, the name Owaka will be spoken all over Spira. Say, lad, you wouldn't have a bit of gil to lend?
Sure. Let's give him 1,000 because we're not really going to use it. I heard the more you give him, the better.
I guess it pays to ask, thank ye kindly, lad. Fine seed money for the Owaka merchant empire.
Still ain't getting no potions. That must be after I talk to Yuna. Anyways, I am sleepy. So I'm probably gonna quit after a minute. Watch out, Waka. Talking with Yuna.
The wind. It's nice. You're a blitzball player, aren't you? From Xanarkand, right?
You hear that from Waka?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Waka. Waka doesn't believe me at all.
But I believe you.
Huh?
So, pause. Listen, this scene right here made a lot of people upset because interjection, realization time. Here we go. So basically in this scene, the reason why Titus and Yuna were laughing was about a night they had spent together and it was hilarious to them. Yuna had decided it was the first time that she could ever become herself and be free, and Titus had decided that to heck with everything. He had said to her, "You're the best thing that I've seen since I have gotten here." And then he proceeded to laugh, and she proceeded to laugh. And so she then began to ask him more about Jet. And if you look on her chest, you'll see Jet gave her a similar crest. But it's not exactly the same as Titus because the bottom is different. So it's a really cool story about, well, you'll see.
I've heard in Zanarkand there is a great stadium, all lit up, even at night.
Huh?
Great blitzball tournaments are held there, and the stands are always full.
How do you know that?
A man named Jack told me. He was my father's guardian.
Jacked.
Words not to say. After all, Titus's father was an alcoholic, abusive
My father.
person.
His name is Jecht.
Amazing! You know, our meeting like this must be the blessing of Yevon.
Sounds like him, but it can't be him.
Why not?
My old man, he died. 10 years ago, off the coast of Zanarkand.
I'm sorry.
He went out to sea for training one day, and never came back. And
More
no one's seen him
backstory
since
about
then.
Jet. He died
Why,
at
that's
sea.
the day that Jecht came to Spira.
But
It's true, I first met Jecht 10 years and 3 months ago. I remember that was the day my father left. The date fits, doesn't it?
So Yuna is purposely not telling Titus that summoners
how would he get here?
die because she wants him to keep treating her
You're here.
not like everybody else.
Are you not?
They treat her like a queen and a princess because they know that she's the only thing standing between them and Sin killing them, and that she's gonna have to die. So she didn't want to tell Titus, because it would mean that he would start pitying her like everybody else. They only treat her so nice because they're basically saying, "Go die so that we can all live." Even her best friends, Lulu and Waka, basically are okay with her giving her life so they can live in peace. So she never told him the truth, and she made them all swear to shut up about it too. Sin. Can you imagine if this was real? Like, this is freaking terrifying. Look at it. I would be scared to death.
What do you think you're doing? Stick a harpoon in him and we'll all get dragged under.
And you know what
Sin is
sucks?
going for Kilika. We gotta distract it.
Sin usually doesn't go to
families are in
villages.
Kilika.
Hold on.
Forgive us.
You know what really sucks about this scene besides the fact of what's coming after we fight Sin for the first time? Sin usually does not go anywhere near villages because they're small, and he doesn't gather in small groups of people. So why is Sin in the middle of the sea? Remember what I told you earlier? Because they have a Sin spawn, which are basically Sin babies, on board their ship, and it draws Sin. Sin is attracted to his Sin spawn, his children. So basically, if you have one of his children, he's going to be drawn to you. So Sin would have never even attacked all these people right here in this village that's about to lose a lot of lives if the Crusaders weren't hauling a Sin spawn in their cargo on this very boat. So all these people that are about to lose their lives are the faults of the Crusaders. Now remember what the Crusaders said when we were in the bottom of the boat. They said, if you talk to us, you'll be excommunicated. This is why people don't like the Crusaders, because they are the reason why Sin keeps attacking villages. Because you're not supposed to keep a Sin spawn. When you see a Sin spawn, you're supposed to kill it as quickly as possible so it doesn't cause Sin. So yeah, the Crusaders are responsible for all these deaths in the village, as well as Titus almost dying and Yuna too.
Lady Summoner. Wait!
Oh boy!
Props to the salesman dude who tried to stop Sin, you know? He knows dang well he can't stop him. But he was trying to distract him long enough so that he won't go towards the village. Imagine if you saw that when you were out at sea. You'd be terrified. I'm terrified of whales, so imagine this, which is triple a whale. The trick here is to kill two. Just have Yuna defend. And leave one because he'll keep resummoning them. And we have obviously not leveled up enough if I can't one-shot them. But oh well. Now this was never scary to me when I first played the game. Let's go walk first. We should be able to one-shot them though. I clearly haven't leveled up enough. Now, Kimahri took his one turn, so Lulu wanna attack the fin. Over there. Leave that one, or else he'll call two more. Now you would think realistically that Sin should be able to draw us. I wanted to take out Titus to keep Kimahri so she can... And take out Titus and keep Yuna. Because Titus can't really attack from far away. Neither can Yuna, but she can cure. But what I want her to do is summon. Yuna versus Sin for the first time. Let's do this. You can only summon one GS at a time, as it takes a toll on the summoner, because I know some people are like, why doesn't she just summon all her Aeons at once and go to town on the food? So it's Energy Blast, right? Energy Ray. Energy Blast. You want to cast it on him. His Energy Ray. Whoops. His Energy Blast. I'm gonna let Valkyrie go because I don't want him to die. So I'm going to unsummon him. I don't want him to die. Oh, what the fudge? This is why summoning him is not always a good idea. He might die. Okay, good. Dismiss. Thanks, Valkyrie. Valid. The lead. Dalid. Whatever. Thunder! Basically, Sin should have been able to crush that boat, considering he can destroy single cities at once. But he wasn't focused on them, he was focused on the town. This is where Wakka's trauma comes in, where he thinks that Tidus is dead, whom he thinks is his resurrected brother. Can you imagine if somebody who looked like your dead friend or sibling showed up? How would you feel? Like, you probably feel, I don't even know, I can't imagine. Like, you'd be attached to that person. So much so that you jump in the middle of the ocean to rescue them. Like, he didn't even hesitate. He was like, not this time, little bro. Even though that's still not your brother. He thinks that it's his brother, but with amnesia. Until he met Orin. When Tidus met Orin, he knew that my brother didn't know Orin, so he's really not my brother. And that's when Wakka's mood started to change towards Tidus. You'll see. Obviously, Chappu played Blitzball. I mean, think about it. Wakka plays Blitzball. Then he joined the Crusaders, who are heretics, responsible for going against the teachings. Okay, so I see there's no point in killing the little guys, as they're going to keep coming back. So just ignore them. Dark attacks. Successful. We only got one more dark attack left. Make it count. Linda, this move is very deadly. She is hurt. I gotta heal him because if I don't, I'm about to say, like, dang, again. Darkness wore off before 5 turns, so it's bull. That one was successful even though he blinded. Oh. The game does whatever it wants. Man, y'all just don't pick on Tidus? Tidus is dead. But they've got to finish down. Ooh. Yes, this enemy can and will kill you if you're not careful. You're out the tutorial phase where everything was easy. It's game on now. And if you don't level up your characters, you might struggle. I like to wait till I get to 20 AP. So I can get one fast boost from all my level ups. He can now attack us. So this just got harder. I don't have any more dark attacks. Wakka. And Tidus. They're making this unnecessarily difficult. You'd think he'd be dead by now. I don't remember these battles being so difficult. 60 per hit? Jeez. And that takes 50. Ugh, I just hate it. Stop healing. There we go. And this was on the Crusader's skin, because this wouldn't have happened if the Crusaders hadn't had a sin spawn on the ship. And you know what sucks about this scene? She's holding a baby. And, well, they didn't actually show them getting killed, but they did. It kind of shows you what happens when tornadoes attack people, you know? Lives get lost. That is the most terrifying creature I've ever seen. Can you imagine if something like that was swimming in your ocean? Just imagine it. I swear I would be scared.
When Sin attacked Zanarkand that day, I woke up in Spira. I kept hoping it would work in reverse, too.
Titus is selfish. He just like, I just want to go home.
Defeat Sin. I must defeat Sin.
I was just fooling myself. Maybe it was that day, on the sea, under the burning sun.
It's all
I
the
started to give up
Crusader's
hope.
fault.
I was in a foreign world. I wasn't going home.
So now you have Lulu, who
This was my new reality,
Waka, who's
and I was stuck
delusional.
in it for good.
Titus, who just wants to go the frick home, and Yuna, who's like, I'm dying anyway, so frick everybody and everything. I don't really care about y'all, but I'm gonna do my job, you know, wear a smile, tee. So this scene where she was holding him makes more sense when you understand what I explained last time, that they shared a night together. But just think about all these people that lost their lives because the Crusaders had a sin spawn on board, which draws sin. You're not supposed to have sin spawn. Alright, so I'll be back with another video in a minute.